honourable member for Cape Breton-Richmond.
Mr. Speaker, Nova Scotians are going to the polls more often than necessary, creating additional financial burdens on taxpayers. 8 of Nova Scotia's last 11 governments have been majority governments and called an election before their 4th year in power, even though the House of Assembly can sit for just over 5 years. The last 2 general elections cost this province over $9 million.
Order,
and the next one.
The time allotted for oral questions put by members to ministers has expired. Just like to remind the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition to table the document that he committed to table earlier, the email that you had read for. No, the email that you had read quoting something from the Premier. So, the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I believe you're referring to the notice to appear. This is the actual legal document issued by the Police Department confirming criminal charges against a member of the Liberal Party.
You had said you would table the document.
Could you confirm that you're looking for the actual legal document that confirmed the legal criminal charges against the member?
Order, please. Yes, you are correct. So you had committed to table the notice to appear. Yes, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, just in the interest of clarity, I committed to table 2 things. One was a newspaper article that quoted the Premier saying he does not use email because he didn't want people to know what he was saying.
Yes,
I have tabled that. The second document is an actual legal document of criminal charges, evidence of the situation that occurred with the member. You're looking for the criminal charges?
Is the notice to appear. That's it. We'll now move on to opposition business. Just before we move on to opposition business, the Honourable Member for Cape Breton-Richmond.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd just like to rise, and I'm not sure if entirely if I'm doing this correctly, but on a point of privilege, we all have the privilege in this House to represent our members, and I know that we have an allotted amount of time to be able to do so, and I would just ask, if please, that we could all be cognizant, and you, Mr. Speaker, obviously being the chair, could be cognizant of the amount of time that's being permitted to some members as opposed to others. I didn't get a chance to ask my question today, and my constituents are just as important as everybody else's in this House, so I'd appreciate that we could adhere to timelines with a little bit more diligence, Mr. Speaker.
I will take that under advisement.